Trump is threatening to invade Nigeria. I am ethnically Nigerian, if you hadn't noticed. I want to talk about the story, and I do plan to probably talk about it on Sunday in the live stream, but I'm still trying to gather information on what the real reasons are. As always with these things, I don't, consider myself to go beyond just normal journalism, just telling you what's happening. Try and find out the real reason why it's happening. And so far, my one hypothesis on it, the main one right now, is that it's a distraction from the biggest topic of our time, Israel. Now you're thinking, how is Israel connected to this? I'll tell you exactly how. Journalists are going to be let into Gaza in the foreseeable future. There was already a preview of this a few weeks ago where Bill Maher, the guy that does real time, liberal, was complaining about how no one's talking about a Christian genocide in Nigeria. That was like 2-3 weeks ago. They kind of debuted that story. And then now I think they probably realized actually we can actually make some hay out of this, because again, if you're a country like Israel, what you want to do is create this whole clash of civilizations that everyone should be focused on hating the Muslims. You want us to hate the Palestinians with the same vitriol and the kind of psychopathic anger that you do. And if we don't, your great public relations challenge is, how do you make it so that we hate them as well as you do? And so this fits very nicely into that. When I did my video a few weeks ago, I broke down that very little of the conflicts and the killing in Nigeria is to do with any kind of Christian situation. It's mainly to do with tribal ethnic conflicts, which sometimes boils down to reprisal attacks, sometimes boils down to the fact that there's not enough land, so the farmers and the people that have animals that are eating farmland basically are clashing. Also, you have the sheer incompetence of Nigeria, which is like, those parts of Nigeria are literally the Wild West. If I had a few £1,000s and some weapons, I could call myself king in that area and do whatever I wanted, and there's no one to stop me. So when you just have that kind of general chaos and lawlessness, anything goes. And this fits nicely into their plan to try and find, something to do. 5% of me thinks that they wouldn't mind actually bombing some parts of Nigeria, because, like I've already said, they see what people like Israel are doing and they're itching to get involved. So bombing some random farmers in Nigeria and saying, oh, we killed some Boko Haram terrorists that were terrorizing Christians, I wouldn't put it past them. It's highly unlikely, but they might decide to do that. That's my A1 on right now, what's really going on and why they're doing this. All the other reasons around China involved in Nigeria. China's been involved in Nigeria for a long time, so it doesn't really make sense. But this also fits nicely into the other part, which maybe I should do a separate video for that.